Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone, I Deepmani Bhardwaj, welcome to you all again. Today we'll be discussing the previous year's reasoning paper. So we'll be discussing some of the questions of 2019 which were asked in IPS clerk last year. Fine. So we'll be discussing the important reasoning question papers. But the thing is that we are not going with the traditional methods. We'll just see how we can attempt all the questions within no seconds. That is, within very few time limit or within very few seconds, how can we solve any of the question. So let's start with one of the question of 2019. So last year the question was asked, we'll be discussing about the direction, the conclusion one question, where you have to tell that which of the conclusion follows, whether one, two or neither of them follows. Fine. So what was the question? The question was that in each of the questions below are given two or three statements followed by two conclusions. You have to take the given statements to be true even if they seem to be at variance from the commonly known facts. Read all the conclusions and then decide which of the following given conclusions logically follow from the given statements disregarding completely known facts. Fine. So what is the statement that's given? So there are three statements. The first one is all ladders are stairs. Second one is only a few stairs are ways. And third one is all ways are elevators. So solving these type of question becomes easier if we make Venn diagram here. Let's try to make it. What they have told us, they have told that all ladders are stairs. Okay. All of the ladders are stairs. So this would be quite like this one. So it is a ladder and it is a stair. So this means that this is showing that all the ladders are stairs. The second one is only a few stairs are ways. That is, these all are stairs and only few are ways. So we can take like this, few are ways. So let them be as ways. Now we are told that all ways are elevators. These are ways. Now we can make a bigger one and this would be a way. So sorry, this would be a elevator. So it is a elevator. This is a ways. Fine. Now what we were told? We were told that conclusion is given, no elevators are ways, no elevators are ways. So you know that no elevators are ladders. No elevators are ladders. Here you can see that it is clearly proven that none of the ladders are elevators, as elevators graph point is this one and ladders area is this one. So this one is correct. Second one is some ladders are elevators. Now some ladders are elevators. Now there can be a condition because we were told that all the ladders are stairs, isn't it? So it can be this one also can be ladder, isn't it? If I make this as a ladder and now we compare that some ladders are elevators, so it would be clear that some of the ladders would be treated as elevators also, isn't it? So this can also be there. So what would be the correct answer? The correct answer would be either conclusion 1 or follows. Both cannot be true at a single time, isn't it? But yeah, any of the one conclusion can be true, isn't it? But if one is true, another would be wrong. If another is true, one will be wrong. So the correct answer is option number C. Next question. Next question says that a few computer are typewriters. A few computer are typewriter. We can draw it in this way. A few computer are typewriters. So this is a computer and this is a typewriter. Fine. Now, few computers are typewriters and then we are told only a few typewriters are laptops. Only a few typewriters are Laptops. Fine. Now what is asked? We are asked that first conclusion is all laptops being typewriter is a possibility. All laptops being typewriter is a possibility. Now try to understand this question. See, all the laptops being typewriter is a possibility. This is what is said. Now, this means that only a few typewriter are laptops, which means some typewriters are laptops and some not. But all laptops can be typewriters, isn't it? And another conclusion is all computers being laptop is a possibility. Now, all computers being laptop is a possibility. That is, if all the computers being laptop, if all the computers being laptop, it doesn't affect the given statement, isn't it? So, it is also possible. So, this means that this is also possible and this is also possible. And is there any option that is showing that both are possible? Yeah, option number D. Option number D says that both the conclusions 1 and 2 follows. Fine. So I'll repeat it again. See, for the first condition, let us take it again. All the laptops being typewriter is a possibility. Now that is only a few typewriter are laptop, which means that some typewriters are laptops and some are not. But all laptops can be a typewriter, isn't it? Now, second one is that all computers being laptop is a possibility, isn't it? So, all computers being a laptop is a possibility, which means that here it is saying that if all the computers being laptop, it doesn't affect the given statements, isn't it? So, this means that this is also correct and this is also correct, and hence option D would be correct. Next question. Few truck are papers. Few trucks are papers. Let us draw it. Few trucks are papers. Let it be truck and let it be a paper. So few trucks are papers. Now we are told that all papers are magazines. All papers are magazines. Fine. Now some trucks are definitely not magazines. Some trucks are definitely not magazines. Let us check. Some trucks are definitely not magazine. They are saying that if it is the part, then isn't it? And the second thing is that some magazines are trucks. Some magazines are truck. Some of the magazines are truck, and this is the correct statement because some of the magazines are truck. It is clear here, isn't it? This is the combination, or we can say this is the similar part. So this is for sure that some of the magazines are truck, but they are saying that some trucks are definitely not magazine. It's not sure if truck was this part, then so first statement is not correct, but second is for sure it's correct. So is there any option where they are saying that only option 2 follows? Yeah, option number B is correct, which is saying that only conclusion second follows. So the only thing you have to do in this type of question is just make a Venn diagram and just make a clear note over there. You can have a visible approach there. You can easily understand what the question is trying to say. Until unless you are making this Venn diagram, nothing is going to clear you out. You may write these statements, but there will be some sort of confusion. But once we make diagram, each and everything is clear. Let's move on to the next question. See, next question is there. This question says that study the following information and answer the given questions carefully. Point B is 10 meter to the west of point A. Point C is 15 meter to the south of point B. Point D is 15 meter to the north of the point A, and so on. But you know that if I'll just read it out and try to solve it, nothing is possible, isn't it? So the best approach is just make a diagram of it. So we know that we can take a point here, and we know that there are 4 directions, that is east, west, north and south. Now we can start with a question. The question says that point B is 10 meter to the west of point A. So let us assume this is a point A. Now what they are saying? They are saying that point B is 10 meter to the west of point A. So let our point B be here. Fine. So since point B is here, this means this distance is of 10 meter. Fine. Now what they are saying, point C is 15 meter to the south of point B. The south direction is this one, and they are saying they have given the distance of 15 meter here, and this is our point C. Now what they are saying, point D is 15 meter to the north of the point of A. 15 meter to the north, so this is the north direction and 15 meter is here. So this is our 15 meter, and which point is it? It is our point D. Fine. Now what they are saying? They are saying that point E is 15 meter east of point D. In the east of point D, so we can make 15 meter again here. So it's 15 meter and it's a point number E. Now they are saying that what they are saying, point C is 15 meter to the west of point F. Where is F point? Before pointing F point, is there any F point here? No, we haven't marked any point F. Before that, point E is 15 meter to the east of D. Point E is 15 to the meter of D. We have already done that. Point C is 15 meter to the west of point F. Okay, point C was this one, and they are saying that point C is in the west direction of the point F, isn't it? So this means it would be quite here, that is 10 meter. This is the distance, and let us take 5 extra. It would be quite somewhat here, isn't it? So it would be a point number F, and the total distance here is 15. Let's make this as a 15. So it's 15 meter distance here. Now apart from that, what is given? Point G is 10 meter to the east of point of C. G from C is this one, so G point would be quite here. So this is 10 meter till G, and it would be 5 meter here. Now is there anything left? Point H is 15 meter to the point of F. Point H is 15 meter. This was the 15, that means it would be quite somewhat here. So it would be in front of point A, and this was the point number H, and the distance is again 15 meters, isn't it? Now talking about point R is 3 meter to the east of point E. Point R is the 3 meter. This was east direction, so it would be 3 meter from here, and this is the point R. Now we are completed with the diagram, and now you will be able to solve each and every question regarding this section. The first question says that what is the distance and direction of point H with respect to F? Now what they are saying, they're asking us what is the distance and direction of point H with respect to F. Where is F? F is here. Now they're asking what's the distance. Fine, we know that it is 15 here, and what's the direction here? It's the north direction, isn't it? So what's the correct answer? The correct answer is the 15 meter of the distance to the direction north, and the correct option is option number C. Fine. Let's move on to the next question. What is the next question? The next question is, what is the direction of G with respect to R? See, we have already drawn a diagram, so there's no need to draw diagram again. And they are asking what is the direction of G with respect to R. G with respect to R. G with respect to R. So with respect to R, if we find out the direction of G, what is the correct answer? You know that it was north and this was south. So what would be the correct answer? The correct answer would be, what is the correct answer here? See, direction was quite this one now. And we know that if I take it in a straight way, this would be south, this would be west, and the direction in between them is what? What is that? This is southwest. So what would be the correct answer? The correct answer would be southwest. You can have a clear idea again. From R, just have a look at G. It's not in a straight way now. If it would be in a straight way, we could have directly said it is the south direction, but it is in between the south and west direction, isn't it? So the correct answer would be what? Southwest. So the correct answer is southwest. That is option number D. Let's move on to the next question. Next question is, which of the following do not represent a straight line? That is CGF, GAD, BAH, FHE. Let's start with CGF. CGF. Where is CGF? CGF is a straight line, isn't it? Next option. Next option is GAD. GAD, let's have a look on that. GAD is again a straight line, isn't it? Now, next option, BAH. Let's have a comparison on BAH. Now, comparing on BAH, it is again a straight line, isn't it? Now, let's move on to the next option. After BAH, next option is FHE. So let's have a look at FHE. No, it's not a straight line, isn't it? Since it is not a straight line, so what's the correct answer? The correct answer is option number D, that is FHE. Fine. Let's move on to the next question. Now they are saying find the odd one out. RF, DC, DR, RB. RF, DC, DR, RB. RF, let's check it out. What is there? RF. RF. What is they are saying about RF? This is RF line, isn't it? Talking about the next option. The next option is what? The next option is DC and then it would be DR. DC and DR. DC is not a straight line. And then comes DR. Yeah, DR is a straight line, but let's have a look on another option as well. So the last option was RB. Let's have a look at RB. Is RB a straight line? RB. No, again not. So the correct answer would be RD. So which was option was the RD? The RD was D option. So since it is a straight line and rest all are not straight, so it's the odd one out. And the last question would be, which of the following statement is true? Point D is south of the point A. Let's check. Is point D is south to the point A? Point D in comparison to point A. Point D in comparison to point A. D is here. No. D is in the north direction in comparison to A, isn't it? Now, let's have a look on the second option. The second option says that point H is the east of point B. Point H is the east of point B. So, let's check. Point H is the east of point B. Yeah, it's correct because H is standing or H is there in the eastern direction in respect to B. So, this is the correct answer. So, option number B is correct. See, the main motive of creating this lecture was to let you know that just a single diagram is going to give you the correct options. So while solving the question, just make sure that your diagram is correct. Similarly, if you go with the puzzle part, just have a look that you have made each and every conclusion from your end strictly with the perfect accuracy, because it is possible that your first option may be correct or first part of the question may be correct, but as we proceed further with the second or third question, the answer may vary, and if answer is varying, that means there is a chance of 99.9% that all the options or all the questions of that particular set may go wrong. So the main thing is that if you are going with the Shillog's part, please follow the Venn diagram. And if you are following any of the questions which are related to each other, just make sure that each and every point that you have used is correct to the best of your knowledge. Fine, because all these questions are linked with each other, as I have told you or as I have explained you two of the examples here. We will be coming up with more lectures with more previous years questions. So just have a look on that, so that you can be aware that what all tricks are to be used, what all methods are to be used, so that you will be aware with each and everything that is required in the examination part. So thanking you for watching this video. In case you have any doubt, comment section is available for you. So please do like this video and share as much as possible.